Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today we are building a small bundle of Naboo creatures from the designer BrickSheepa. These parts are going to become the Shaak, which is that big weird tick bug creature thing you see right before one of your favorite meme formats.
Well, if it works.
And also a couple of Kaadus, which the Gungan ride. And on top of that, we're also building a wagon and catapult, so we can build out a little bit of that Naboo battle scene where they filmed it, on that Microsoft desktop background. Instructions are available at BrickVault.toys, and let's get the build started. It shouldn't take very long. With each purchase comes the PDF step-by-step building guide, plus a parts list for fast ordering your pieces online. Here is the little tick guy. We physically test each model. Here is the first Kaadu. We test the instructions for the ease of build. This is the second Kaadu, a little bit lighter than the last one. And the parts are chosen for availability on the brick buying market. I totally forgot that the battle wagon had this creature. I think it's the same thing that Jar Jar steps in the poop at some point, but I could be wrong. Alright, I can't say it looks like a totally fair fight here if I'm being honest, but maybe it's just the heart that counts. Now I just noticed this while cutting the video. Do blaster shots normally bounce off the ground? It looks like it just ricochets straight off the grass. Is that normal? Did I miss something at some point, or is this just a one-off that they did in episode 1? Anyways, sorry, distracted there. Let's zoom in on the Naboo forces, the Gungan forces. In place of a warhorse, these Gungans use Kaadus. To me, they are a cross between a dinosaur and a chocobo, and essentially here they function as the cavalry. The designer, Sean, aka BrickSheepa, is really good at making subtle organic shaping, and the Kaadus have really nice compact proportions. This is the only animal in the bundle that got an original Lego mold from, I think, over 20 years ago, and it doesn't look bad still, but I think what you get with the brick-built guys is the ability to do some articulation, plus in the grand scheme of things, they kind of just match up a bit better with the other brick-built creatures cumulatively. So in the vein of Gungan forces, let's move on to the battle wagon and catapult. I thought initially that this guy was that same animal we saw on Tatooine, but in fact, these are the other creatures called Falumpasets that are native to Naboo. When you rest the circular carriage on the back, it looks like it's carrying the boomas. For us, we use these little round bricks that you can, if you want, stud into the catapult with an extra plate, or they also just kind of rest there on their own. We initially thought of recommending some of the trans blue ball pieces that Lego makes, but they are pretty pricey. Technically an option for you. In universe, though, these catapults swing diagonally, which I guess looks cool on screen, but practically it's not something that really makes sense to try and recreate physically, at least here in Lego bricks. Now visually, I think it looks quite nice. There's definitely a bit of elegance here when it comes to how the Gungans create any of their machinery, really. As for the Falumpest, it does move its neck and mouth, and technically, yeah, it does move its legs and feet too, but it takes a little bit more time to get it into a good walking position because it has those 4 legs. Now lastly, let's move on to the little Shaak creature. I think I'm saying that right. I want to say a long time ago, I think I got some old toys and a version of this critter came in some type of set from back in the day. I want to say it was green back then. but the brown definitely works a lot better in terms of accuracy for this guy here. I probably like this the most just because it's such a different, unique looking creature compared to the other ones. And essentially what we're looking at is a Naboo cow or buffalo. Once again, this model has some minimal posability. It's just kind of a fun thing to move the legs up and down. And it definitely looks great, especially when posed with the rest of these little creatures together. The handling is fine. Some of the legs can come off sort of easily, but you can also just pop them back on pretty easily. And these are fun, quick little models that you can knock out if you wanted to make a larger Naboo diorama. As always, let me know what other types of models you want to see in the future. If you enjoy our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.